All right, so I was doing some meditating again. You know me, and I came up with this question, right? Like, well, I was dwelling on a question. What if God, right, or nature, whatever you subscribe to,
Mm-hmm.
Allah, whatever, allows unfortunate, and when I say unfortunate, I mean all throughout your life, all unfortunate events that occur, like nature warranted that. What if that was the
Like,
case?
okay. Like unfortunate events is like what,
Like accidents,
accidents.
breakups, falls.
I mean, the most
You lost your job.
cliche accepted answer would be most common answer would be for growth, and it's an obstacle for you to tackle on, and he or she or it won't put you in a situation that you can't handle, and that's to be honest, I don't really know the answers to that.
So the
Could
question,
be for growth, the reason why they put you in things like that. It could be, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to answer this question because I don't really subscribe to like somebody writing out our lives. You know what I mean?
so why do you think unfortunate events happen?
I think it's
just
just
natural?
circumstance. Yeah, because like it's so many, as many times as somebody can say that they almost got put into a bad spot and then they were saved, is the same amount of time that somebody could say this person was put inside this situation and no good came from it at all. So there's both sides.
So what do you mean exactly by circumstances?
Like circumstance, like okay, let's say,
Like, for example, a little girl playing on the sidewalk gets shot in the head, random stray bullet. Like circumstances for
she was at
according
the
to
bad place.
whom?
She was at the bad. Circumstance would be
Her playing
is-
outside is a circumstance.
circumstance. Yeah, that's a circumstance.
That's not negative though. But
No,
people when they hear
no.
circumstance, they tend to.
No, I'm explaining it. Circumstance is just the whole totality of the situation. She just happened to be at that Pacific,
At a specific location
at that
at
specific
time.
spot, happened to the same time that an enemy of a rival gang saw a rival, and he ain't have the best aim, and he shot straight bullets and it hit her. Wrong place, wrong person, wrong. Shit just happened like that. You know what I mean?
So it's basically just writing it off, wrong place, wrong time.
It's circumstance. Yeah, circumstantial. That's how I feel. Because then on the flip side, somebody that will combat me.
I can't disagree.
A kid-
I can't agree with that.
Sure. Because you subscribe to God and stuff like
No,
that.
I have an understanding of the universe and nature.
Sure, that's your belief. On the flip side, someone that would
To a
combat me
certain
would
degree.
say, I don't know. They would find a reason to find, they would have some reasoning for that, or they would, but the same way how somebody can think of maybe a good come out of that, on the flip side, someone else could say that there's no good to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many situations you could say that, like, yeah, that happened, but because of this, and then it's on the flip side, someone else could be saying the complete opposite. So who's really right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I get what you're saying.
Who's really the decider of
Neither party, because they both have a one-sided perspective. They
Sure.
both want justice for their party.
or just understanding?
Nah, it should. That would be the
Because
answer.
justice would be like the person being reprimanded, I guess, and a little under. But mine is just like overall understanding, like, but me, I would wonder, like, why did that happen? Why she's a little kid? What did she do to deserve that? You know what I'm saying?
But you said circumstances, though.
Yeah, so I'm saying I would question that, but my overall ideology is that the reason why I'm questioning that because I wouldn't be able to find any reason in my head
That's why I
that would
said-
lead to a young child being shot in a straight bullet in the middle of a gang war.
That's why
it wouldn't. You know.
Well, gang war. Now you add in context to the
I am.
scenario, but the reason I disagree with this mainly is because going back to the word circumstantial for whom was, because you could also say the shooter was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Who's to say you were supposed to be here on this day at this time shooting at this guy? That's the
circumstance though.
But you could apply it to either party.
Yeah,
you could apply it to the guy, the rival being spotted. He didn't even do shit.
Yeah, it's all parties is part of the overall circumstance.
That's why I'm saying this shit is way more calculated. It doesn't just happen like that. I just don't think it happens like that.
All right, that's fair.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair.
For example, inside the body, right? With how cancer, with the apoptosis, cell death, and then the cell is not being flushed out properly, so it starts infecting other cells. Mm-hmm. Okay, if that's happening in my toe, cells in my brain is not going, or my earlobe is not going to start being cancerous or whatever. So it's circumstantial because of the close proximity of those cells, but not the other ones.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's way more. I think it's. I don't know if my example just now was clear enough or a good one, but I just think this shit is way more calculated.
So in that situation, like, what if you that same situation? How would you compute that in your mind? Like,
well, I don't know the overall solution, but in terms of. Yeah, that dude was on the wrong path, and who knows what good that he could, who knows what,
like him going through that situation.
Yeah, him going through that situation. Yes,
to write books and
who knows how many lives he could potentially impact in a positive way by undergoing that situation. Well, I wouldn't say sacrifice, but because
the overall stance would be
because the intent is not. My whole
not him sacrificing. The overall, like the
nature sacrificed that life, that young life,
that life. So maybe 10,000 of lives would
save 200 lives exactly. Right. Because, for example,
I think about that too.
Look at all these shows like Shout Queens Flip, Info Minds. Kev Mac videos, shout all these. I mean, you probably don't know, but all right. So more mainstream shit, American Gangster, Gangland. Okay, so I just named like black guys on a low, doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. That's down the same path as the American Gangster and Gangland. Watching these interviews, it's like when you watch the views, it's like some of these videos got 79K, 200K, $500,000, over $1 million. So you don't know how much percentage of these people is being impacted in a positive and changing their lives. However, I'm not saying that, it's great to be bad and wreak havoc and be a fucking nuisance to your community for 10 years because, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off for that one person. Maybe.
Right.
If they live and go through the system and all of that and come out on top, by being positive, by turning their lives. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, I'm just looking at it from a more calculated aspect. People will be like, now, people who's empathetic to a little girl, so what is her good? What is the good in her situation? I don't know. I'm not.
She gets to go to heaven.
I'm not. Who knows? My whole thing is this: no other human being knows the afterlife.
Facts.
That's one. 2, the afterlife is inevitable. 3, who's to say that dying at a younger age is not like life's way of giving you a flash pass or a flash pass on another level at Six Flags.
Meaning like what?
Us waiting in line for 2 hours to ride King the Car Nitro. When we finally go on, yeah, exactly. That's us dying.
Sure.
But the flash pass line, that's the so I don't want to hear any human being saying, "Oh, Abdallah, you're wrong," because you haven't experienced the afterlife, so you can't tell me anything contrary to what I'm saying because I'm not even definitive on mine.
Yeah.
And then something else that dawned on me while I was, on this, meditation, it was the whole fact that our parents, right, like when they have sex and shit, they create our vessel, this body, but they don't create our spirit. Now the spirit, that's 100% universe or God or whoever you want to chalk it up to.
Sure.
100% control over that. And we know that trumps this vessel because this vessel is temporary. That is everlasting. So now, once again, who's to say that
Shit getting deep, got it. Yeah.
Because your child may come out spewing a different narrative to you, who's to say that child is right or wrong?
Depends on what they're spewing.
Depends, yeah.
If you come out the womb talking about you want to kill other kids, the fuck are you, a demon?
Well, yeah. That's Damien from the home.
Damien, like
fucking Damien.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a very interesting conversation. I always had them conversations since high school. I've always had them conversations like what would be the purpose of this? And I understand like someone in my mind, I try to compute like, oh, maybe that baby died in a car accident at 4 months because maybe at 24 they were going to turn to a serial killer and take 9 lives. But I'm just like,
I don't be thinking that deep. I don't be thinking
I'm
like
just like,
that.
why not kill him at 15 though? You know what I mean? Like, why the baby?
Maybe he killed the dog.
You know what I mean?
At 15.
And I be thinking like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about the past life, but I just be thinking about shit. I'm just like how much could a baby really enjoy heaven? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but see, that's
or like, is there would the soul just get reset and that spirit puts into another baby being born? You know, I don't know. Like, so many babies die so young, and it's like I can't compute the reasoning or like, but you can't. You know, I can't foresee in the future. Maybe that guy that, like I said, that guy in that car, that shit may have hit him psychologically, where in the future he goes on to do great things because of that story. That's part of his story, and he, it's just I feel like if they don't allow any bad things to happen, then there'll be no need to have a triumphant story because everybody's doing well. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why
cause any evil to flourish?
That's why I think it is calculated on nature's part, because it is forced induced growth. It's forced to induce growth, but because we don't pay attention to,
I don't want to grow if it's the cost of a young child's life.
Because, well, no, this goes back to goes back. We're not talking about the straight bullet shit. This goes back to like the unfortunate events happening in anybody's life. Because a lot of people right now, we dwell on the negative. That's why a lot of people don't grow. And that's why the world is going to be in turmoil. Because a lot of people are out of touch with nature. They're not in tune. So anything, oh, you got fired, okay, but F this job, this, that, yeah, but why were you fired though? You was always late, insubordination, you always talk back, you was never accountable for your work.
Right.
Why would I keep you? You're a liability for the company. Why would I keep you?
Right.
Oh, you got dumped? Oh, oh bitches ain't shit, oh niggas ain't shit. Oh, what were you doing in your relationship that may have warranted you to, your partner to react like this? People don't turn the mirror on themselves. Everybody played the victim game. Everybody want to be the victim. This is why I can't stand with society. Everybody, oh no. That is why y'all niggas can't grow. This is why we as a community can't grow.
Also, people, even on your example about like getting fired or somebody breaking up with you, or you find out somebody cheated on you, or you know what I'm saying, or your relationship broke up or just crumbled. I think of it like, look, this is an opportunity to find something better.
Exactly.
That's my flip side. Like,
exactly.
Like, this is an opportunity to learn from what you did wrong, or learn from that situation and do better. Or like, if somebody, I told somebody recently, like somebody was like, yeah, man, my girl, like she broke up with me, and because of this, I'm just like, yo, she did you a favor. She wasn't for you. She helped you fast forward that, because you would have been wasting time with her. So she did it for you. You should actually thank her. And then now she's going to catapult you into another new relationship. Hopefully you learn from that.
If you learn from that, you will be catapulted.
Hopefully you learn
in life,
from that
not
situation.
even a relationship, because people, that's people problem. They just think one dimensionally. Oh, this happened, so I should only work on this aspect of my life. No, nigga.
Right.
It's life.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta, I don't expect everyone to view every negative with a flip side, as positive as it may be.
I do.
Because
I apply it to me too.
Sure.
That's why.
But
I talk it.
I wouldn't expect somebody to, like, they father just died from cancer, and then I'll tell them like, yo, learn from this.
Yeah, you should. What was your father's diet? What was his lifestyle? You can learn from these things.
What?
This is what I'm saying. All of these things, you proving my point, man. Big Mama, you should learn from Big Mama.
Even though a lot of diseases are attributed to like your diet, I believe that lifestyle. Some are just. I believe some like very rare are just inevitable. You get them, and you could have been healthy as hell. You could have, and you just get them. So what's the lesson? Like, I was doing what I had to do. You know what I mean? There are very rare cancers and diseases that.
No, not cancers. Hell no, definitely not cancers.
I mean, I'd have to like get the names, but I'm pretty sure not every single cancer.
I am willing to put my head on a guillotine for this statement I'm about to make, and I don't care what people say. Prior to the transatlantic slave trade, as far as people living in the continent of Africa, I would go as far as saying 0% died from cancer or diabetes, high blood pressure, so on and so forth, cardiovascular illnesses, stress.
But what about diseases that I would say are, let's say, hereditary?
Like what? Sickle cell? My brother reversed that, so it's not.
Is it hereditary?
I stopped my asthma, so it's not. And these are proven things, like me and my brother did. Documented in the family. Like, hospitals could prove this shit too.
Like, is there a cure for leukemia?
I don't know. But yes, according to Dr. Sebi, all these things are curable.
Then why hasn't Nick Cannon cured himself yet? Because isn't he like doing Dr. Sebi documentary?
I'm not living with.
I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, like, if it's curable, why hasn't? Okay, but he's studying Dr. Sebi.
Well, no, Nick Cannon has lupus, not leukemia.
Oh, lupus.
But
is lupus curable?
All these things are reversible. Any dis-ease with the human body, I also would go out on the limb saying this is reversible. Period.
I can't confirm that.
A lot of people can't confirm that, but it depends on, like I said, certain on the level of understanding of certain things. For example, right? Me saying something like that, the people probably pose the question, "Oh, how could you say that?" Right? How could you prove that? Now, I can ask, how can you prove what lupus is? What is the difference between, or leukemia or Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma? How could you prove on a biological level which?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a way to differ.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the studies. I'm not a.
I understand that, but we don't have the tools. That's my point. So we're just going off of people's word because of their expertise that's attached to their name. That's my point. We trust this shit because we don't know that shit.
Right. Same thing with us. Like Dr. CB.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't. How could I live okay, so now my point is this. How can I live a definitive lifestyle? Me going from now on, going in life, and things that I'm confident or that I'm familiar with, I'm definitive in a positive manner. But things I'm not familiar with, I'm definitive in a negative manner. I can't just write shit off. I can't just say, oh yeah, lupus is irreversible. Cancer is irreversible. No, this is exactly what these white coats want me to fucking think. Because as soon as I get told that, or as soon as somebody in my family get told that, I'm dead.
Sure.
That's why I could never. No.
Sure. But okay.
Anybody tell me anything? If I'm unfamiliar, I gotta do my own research.
So
I gotta look into it myself.
So, what I was saying, like, let's say, I mean, there are a lot of situations where I wouldn't expect someone to,
just trust.
Like learn from it, learn from this. Like, let's say a kid is born with a disease and he dies at like 6 or some shit.
Or dies in a couple months or
you know what I mean?
Weeks.
So it's like, what I'm gonna tell his parents, like, learn from that. Like,
yeah, but my whole thing is you're looking at the glass being half
but there
empty.
are situations like that though.
Okay, but what was the quality of the dad's sperm? What was the mom doing while pregnancy? What was the quality of her, like, was she stressed? Was the dad putting her through we don't know none of these things. People neglect all these other factors and they just look at the negative and be like, oh, Abdali, how could you tell these people learn from this tragic event? How many women went through like miscarriages and ultimately had a child that like, and they,
what? Okay. Well, I mean,
their story is like just
diseases
renowned,
that come from the
like,
brain. Are they irreversible?
I don't know. You're asking me certain questions.
Because I be thinking like,
wait,
no.
Going back to what I said,
like,
I said any disease
dementia,
with the human body,
Alzheimer's,
any disease with the human body. Yes, yes. All brain, spinal cord, limbic system, neurological system, all reversible. Yes.
You believe that?
I don't believe shit. I know this.
All right. You believe. I know you're saying you know it, but you believe.
No, I know.
Where'd you get that knowledge from?
Nature. God. See?
All right.
You subscribe to these.
No, didn't you just
people
say
with this narrative, this
didn't
mindset
you just say that we get
embedded in the matrix?
We get our knowledge from people that we believe, and then I said, yeah, Dr. CB, and you agreed.
We get our knowledge. You telling me I get my knowledge from people I believe in?
Look,
when I'm out here reading shit.
We're okay. You're still reading it from a book though.
I don't believe in the author though.
Okay, so
use your words wisely.
It doesn't matter. If you're reading,
it does matter.
If you're reading on diseases, how do you know this for sure? At the end of the day, you don't.
You apply your own common sense and logic. Oh my God. Okay. My critical analysis is different to yours.
Okay.
Do we think the same?
All right.
Like I said, you're looking at it from a more pessimistic.
Someone that doesn't study diseases is going to tell somebody who also doesn't study diseases that they know everything about diseases.
I never said I know everything about diseases. You're assuming now. What else you want to assume?
All right.
What else do you want to assume?
Nah, because you said you know that.
I know it's irreversible.
All right.
Because my level of my understanding of what I know.
Right.
See, you're being childish. You're acting like Joe Biden and Donald Trump.
I said all right.
All right, next topic, man.
What's your